Hello, I am hometown, I guess. I mean, I'm not good at making these videos start, but let me, I've been up in the mountains. I've been up in the mountains the last 6 months, and, not saying that I went completely monk mode, but I did gain some kind of monk type shit. Um, I just wanted to talk about my experience coming back into my city, and how things have been like really culturally shocked to me. Being in the mountains up for 6 months, absolutely nothing to do. Um, so let's start with the initial reason why I decided to go up to the mountains. Um, First of all, when I was making that decision, even then critically thinking that, um, I was tired of this place. I was tired. I'm tired. I was tired. My perspective on my people were bad. My perspective on my town was bad. My perspective on going in my town was bad. You know, everything, even towards my own family, to links, it was bad the way I was perceiving. And I will say, um, obviously it's my fault because I decided to believe that, and but I mean, the way I was influenced to think that way in the first place was social media. Um, I would say strictly more Facebook than anything else. I don't really fuck with Facebook. It's more of a millennial type app now. So yeah, just I stay clear from Facebook, mostly Facebook because it's just negative all the fucking time. But so yeah, so I went up to the mountains because of my perception on everything around me. Um, uh, Mountains were okay. It was fun. It was nice. The peace and quiet. What really made me come back though was too much peace and quiet. I'm at a point in my whole journey of learning, becoming wiser, becoming better, becoming, you know, who I want to be. In this current time, for me, I'm really trying to balance out or like try to find my really like belonging in this belief of balance. Right now, I'm seeing everything that I'm looking at right now has an opposite. Everything is an opposite. We're all just little hourglasses in a unique way, you know. But like just trying to find balance in everything, because what I realized is if I have too much of anything, whether it's good, too much of anything good and too much of anything bad of the opposite, it still negatively affects me. So let's say, like, for example, here, when I was here 6 months ago, I hated this place. I hated it. I didn't really hate it, but I had too much chaos going on in this goddamn brain to make me think that I hated it. It's too much chaos. I decided to go up the mountains because that's where there's peace. That's where there's grounding. That's where there's no like screens everywhere. You know what I mean? So I went up to the mountains. I got the peace that I needed, but then eventually I sat in peace too long, and I didn't have much chaos to make life interesting. So I came back down here with that grounding knowledge, with that discipline built, with fuck off screen, and eat your meals without the goddamn phone, and just be where you are. I was able to handle. Yes, there's still chaos, but I'm able to handle it. But I'm still able to now anyway. Uh, I'm not anxious every time I go into town now. Like every time I would go into the town, I'm just, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't really want to socialize. No, I'm in and out. But no, I'm like, I'm just, we'll go with the flow now. I mean, traffic will always be traffic, but this time, seeing traffic, it's literally just traffic. There's just cars. There's just people just going about their day. I'm like, oh my god, I'm not thinking what they think of me. I'm not thinking what they're thinking. I'm not, there's none of this. There's none of this. I'll be right back. I got a call. Hang on. Technical difficulties right there. Put that phone away. But anyway, there's none of this, anxiety. And that's something that I really haven't noticed about me lately. I've always used to be like a very anxious guy, but now I'm just more of like just the shy guy now. I'm not anxious, but I'm still shy. That makes sense. I'm not worried about what I may say. I'm not worried about fucking up or anything, because I don't know, I can brush it off now. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, that's the other thing with me, with the balance thing that I was talking about. I'm also naturally a very deep guy. I'm always thinking deep. That's where I get my oxygen, So, but I've understand that always being a deep guy, especially in a city where you have to kind of move with the flow of traffic, not just literally, but also cognitively, if that's a word. I'm not saying you need to change, you just need to adapt. You can't always be deep around, traffic that's always needing to move, especially with like people too. So I've kind of realized that, and I've kind of tried this out of just, like being more shallow, not in like a personality sense, like you don't have no personality, just like, say something, conversate, move on to the next thing, just don't hold on to other things so much, for me, if I was told that, like, maybe a couple of years ago, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? You sound like it's the easiest thing in the world. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if it's easy for other people to do that. It probably isn't, but, I've been on this kind of journey of wanting to be social. I'm tired of screens. I'm tired of, being robbed of more real interactions, because digitally it's all, false. And that's the other thing with this AI and this social media. Is just it sucks. I'm 19 years old here. Okay. YouTube is like 1 year older than me. I've literally been raised on YouTube. I've been raised around social media. I'm tired of it. I hate the direction it's going in, and I want something real. I want to see trees. I want to sniff air. I want to touch grass. I want to walk. I want to be outside. I want to be outside. And the difference with that in the mountains, he's like, well, dude, you were in the mountains. Why didn't you just go outside? It's fucking cold, bro. It's cold in the mountains. You wake up at the sunrise, it's still 6 degrees. You take a deep breath, first thing you do, and you choking. The air's so damn dry. It takes a good old while for the mountains to warm up. Down here, it's same kind of smoggy, kind of warm, humid, more, windy, same kind of stuff that I remember. Some of that stuff sucks. I don't like some of that stuff, but I mean, it's weather-wise, it's a little bit, they have their pros and cons, I guess. But I guess what I'm taking from the mountains is too much peace is not okay. What I'm also taking from the mountains is I'm missing out on a lot of nature. I'm missing out on a lot of interactions. I'm missing out on a lot of stuff that makes me feel young, makes me feel alive. What I took away from, what I'm gaining now from being in my city again, is my perception sucked. I was very influenced still. And yes, that's my fault. But I didn't know how to get out of it. That's the thing. And I always thought that's how I genuinely thought. It's not. I mean, and that's why this can be very dangerous for people out there that just go on and believe this shit. Cause I literally thought that's how I thought. I literally thought that's, hey, that, yeah, I agree with that. That's true. Yeah, you know what? This place sucks. I fucking hate it here. I fucking hate everything. You know? It's not. It's not true at all. Once I stepped away from the town and I actually saw what was going on, and I came back and I had family that they just wanted to see me, man. They just want to see me. They don't care about any of this other stuff that I know of that I said. And quite frankly, I didn't really care anything that they said. But you know, it's this thing where like I stepped away from all of this that it almost became identity, and that's also very dangerous. Because at the same time, like you step away from everything, family as well, and everything, and then you step away so long that it actually starts to sound more ridiculous as time goes on. But your pride and your ego won't budge, so you just stick with sticking away. You know, stay away from me, and it becomes more about you than it does the whole situation why you stepped away in the first place. If you understand that, and that doesn't mean you like, hey, I'm here, welcome, I'm back, you know, I'm just, you know, like nothing happened. No, it doesn't mean you get to, you know, I mean, unless you want to. I mean, that you can go back and see them, you know, and just brush all it off, but you could also still have boundaries, you know. There's a difference there. Maybe that's probably what I've missed is just setting boundaries instead of completely stepping away for so long that by the time stepping away for so long that it sounds more ridiculous the longer I stay away. You know what I mean? It's better to just make boundaries. If they can't respect them, then they don't respect them. You move on. It's just that simple. That's the thing. Like, I mean, I've always felt like I've always known how to socialize. I just didn't know how to get there. But I know now is that if I want to socialize, I can't just always be deep. You know what I mean? Like, balance it out with the person you're interacting. If they seem more deep, then stoop up to that level of being deep with them. If they seem more, you know, more shallow, more quick thinking, and just stoop down to being shallow and quick thinking, you know. And that's not in a disrespectful sense. That's just like, you know, just keep the conversation going. It's not about you. Stay out of your head. You know, you're having an interaction, that's socializing. You're interested in what they're saying. They're interested in what you're saying. That's the whole shit. That's the whole thing. I don't know why this took me so long. The reason it took me so long to learn this is because I had to learn this by myself. School didn't teach me socializing. Parents didn't teach me socializing. It is what it is. At the end of the day, though, I'm learning. And I'm finding the greatest value from socializing. And I'm telling you right now, socializing in real life in front of people is way more real than anything else from video games interactions or social media, YouTube. You know why? Because people actually have a filter, believe it or not. And unless they are actually deranged and don't literally give a fuck about who you are, they're not gonna say shit. They're not. You know, if that's what you're worried about, of people being, you know, disrespectful or, you know, like threatening even, it's very rare that most people out there are gonna be sane in the brain, okay? So, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I'm still learning, and yeah. The other reason why I came down here is because I just haven't bowled in a while, and there's bowling alleys down here. I went bowling yesterday, and it's pretty good. Really liked it. I missed it. It was like I gained a part of myself. I sucked. You know, I was like a 185 average, almost 200, but now I didn't even break 130. But yo, I'm back, and hopefully I got more videos coming out. And I mean, that's another thing, guys. I apologize for that. The whole video thing, me not posting when I said I was, and I see the subscriber count going down, and I don't know. I was at a state where it's like, I don't even care if I lose subscribers, you know. It's just I don't even want to do this. I don't know. It's like it's something I casually do. I'm not really trying to, you know. I'm not gonna try to make it a career. I'm just gonna be, you know, back to if I have something interesting to say, I'm gonna post it. Simple as that. But yeah, this experience between mountains and city has really like taught me key things about the balance that I want to understand with this. I would say it's damn near like Buddhism or something, maybe like yin and yang kind of stuff with like balance and learning to the best way I've found how to do this kind of formula thing I'm going with life to live in harmony is gain knowledge from the opposite of what you're currently not in. So let me better explain this. So let's say you're on one side of the opposite and you notice, and you've already been in the other opposite, right? So let's say I'm over here, this is the mountains, this is the city, my right hand. If I'm in the mountains and I've already been in the city and I'm learning the mountains for the first time, building discipline, building everything, building, you know, respect for peace, understanding the value of chaos, because chaos creates interest in life, I guess. Understanding how valuable that is, and then realizing you're in here over on this side too much, peace is getting chaotic. Now, peace is getting chaotic in a bad way, like it's driving me insane. And I was like, I gotta get back over here, you know, I gotta get back over here. So now you're over here, learning everything about discipline, the respect for peace, the value of chaos. You go back over here. Now you understand where to get your peace. Now you understand where to get your discipline, where you get your passion, where you get your, you know, all this stuff to make you productive, make you social. But you also found a way for you to run chaos and not chaos run you. Because when I was over here, I'm tired of social media. I'm tired of being online all the time. I found respect for nature. I found a respect and value in socializing, having friends, having people. So you go over here where there are people, where there's some nature, yeah, and it's social mainly. And you start to value that more. You start to try to put yourselves in more situations like that. So and then now you understand the value of both sides, and then you find yourself, you know, in the middle of that piece of distance and closeness. That's the kind of whole thing I'm getting here. I'm not doing this just with people, cities, and different environments. I'm trying to put this in every situation in my life, so that things don't run me all the time, and I can think more clearly and understand where exactly I'm at all the time. I'm back. Hopefully I can make more videos, but if I don't, oh well. Thank you guys for listening. I'm gonna get out of here.